Gosh, Lee, that was a really rousing speech. Some problems with it though. You fucking chiclet teeth Toby Maguire. First of all, this assertion that government's average lifespan is 200 years doesn't really pan out in history. I think you need to double check that. You're a fucking little rabble-rousing dude. You know, this whole government stealing our rights thing. More of that's happened under Bush than it did under Obama. You know, that's your boys. You name drop Jefferson. As well you should. He happens to be one of my favorite champions of freedom also. But he was supportive of the idea of healthcare as a right. Jefferson was also totally against the whole corporate scheme that you seem to support. Oh yeah, these little teabagging parties. The reason that the early colonial Americans first staged the Boston Tea Party was because of a transnational corporation called East India Trading Company that basically had a stranglehold on everything. And the Tea Party was a protest against that. So really, I mean, it really seems strange to me that you're now trying to claim the roots of the Boston Tea Party with supporting corporations that have a stranglehold on people. Where you get people all roused up and, you know, you piss and moan. You guys know you've lost, right? That Obama and the Democrats were voted in by the people. I really don't know what you're crying about. I mean, fuck, man. I mean, I don't know if you missed that part. So, needless to say, go home, quit crying, vote in 10, vote in 12, and shut the fuck up. Take your health care and deal with it. I mean, shit. If you're all worried about protecting the health insurance companies, I mean, isn't free market economy something that you're all about? A government option, provide competition, because bottom line, we can't afford single payer right now. There's just no way that we could have a full out nationalized healthcare system. We just can't afford it. I would challenge any person right there, right next to you, who would support single payer, because right now we cannot afford it. But a government option, well, that's going to drive down prices, because, well, they're not going to be doing it for profit. You know, the health insurance companies aren't going to be able to get all corrupt and collusion-y, and yeah, that's right, I just made up a word, to drive the prices up higher and higher on premiums. They will have something that they're going to have to fight against, or compete with, rather. Which, you know, I mean, you're probably on their payroll. That's why you're at this little teabagging party. So, you know, I get where you're coming from. You're just out to make the almighty dollar. But I'm just going to have to cut those CEO bonuses down a little bit. Those executive bonuses are going to have to be cut off a little bit. Which, you know, I mean, gosh, if you can't live on a few $1,000s an hour, I mean, shit, you got problems. I'm not one to attempt to deny anybody any personal liberties, but Jesus Christ, if you can't live on a few $1,000s an hour, you got a bad coke habit that you probably need to kick. I imagine this is probably going to end up going through because, well, you know, the Republicans could have maybe been able to keep it reduced or whatever, but because all they want to do is see Obama fail, they are trying to block any and everything. And, well, you know, Obama just kind of played it out to where it became fairly evident to anybody who's not at one of your little teabagging parties that they're just being obstructionists. Anyway, you might want to see my video. I'm a conservative, cognitive dissonance at its best. It might help you see some of the inconsistencies that you guys have going on here. And I understand you're not a Christian, so some of those things aren't going to apply to you. But it still doesn't change the fact that most of you really right-wing folks are balls fucking insane. You might want to check it out. Maybe if you get a government option, you can get yourself some mental health care, because you know, Obama kind of thinks that that might be something that should be included. And maybe get yourself some medication. You definitely got a few wires misfiring in your brain somewhere.